Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Late Arrivals. This is episode 77. Kind of
The
feel like
the
77.
Adam Oates, Devontae Smith Pelly, Jesse Blacker, Michael Scarbosa, and the Frank Vetrano episode.
future Ranger Frank Vetrano,
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
two times rain
Oh boy.
two-time Ranger legend Frank
Yeah.
Vetrano.
That would be
Pat's
him.
busy. Pat Verbeek is a busy boy.
Yeah,
So
he's getting
log
his
in those flight miles.
yeah, I was about to say he's getting his miles. It's good for him.
Where is he in tonight?
Um
New York?
He was in New York, taking in
Interesting.
the Rangers win,
Interesting.
trying to
Rangers
find a
first Rangers first to 40 wins by the way. So we don't have to bring that up later. We'll bring it up now.
Yep.
As
He's
we're
trying
talking about the Rangers.
trying to find a Capo Caco size suitcase while he's
Yes.
there.
Yeah. I hope he gets one. I'm sure he can find one in New York. It's a big place. Plenty of options.
They
Yeah.
pride themselves on being classy and old fashioned, but
Yeah.
there's a big enough one.
So this is a Wednesday. We're recording on a Wednesday night. It's February 28th. Trade deadline is a week from Friday. So that's pretty crazy. But with episode 77, Lou brought up a bunch of names, and I wanted to kind of bring up Devontae Smith Pelly because he was a fun duck.
How many seasons was he with the Ducks?
He was with the Duckies.
I'll tell you right now. 2012 to
4.
2014.
Looks like 4 seasons. His career. Well, okay. I wanted to say his nicknames, which are. It's not as fun as Frank Vetrano's nicknames. It's just Devo and DSP. So that do be it. But he, let's see, his career. He played 395 games. He had 44 goals, 57 assists for 101 points. He had 137 penalty minutes. 8 game-winning goals, and he won a Stanley Cup.
I was happy for him with that cup run. I
Yeah.
know Lou doesn't like the Capitals, but that was like
That
the
year,
last cup run that I think I really was like, oh, you know what? Good for that team.
yeah, kind of all in on the one team.
I wasn't.
Yeah. I just wanted Ovechkin just to get at least one. I was definitely on board with the Capitals that year. That was actually a lot of fun. And then of course everyone knows about the Stanley Cup celebration with Ovechkin, where I don't think he was sober a day. All summer, but
Every other day it was, oh, he's by himself at the top of Nationals ballpark with the Stanley Cup just dancing on the very highest row. And
Yeah.
hopefully he doesn't drop it.
That was good. Yeah, so DSP 4 years with the Ducks, 2 years with the Canadiens, 2 with the Devils, 2 with the Capitals. Looks like he had a total of 40 points with the Ducks. 14 goals, 26 assists. But I think I don't know what he's doing right now, Smith Pelly. And I know he's still around hockey, obviously. It's bothering me. I can't remember what he does because I've seen him around.
It was something recent. Like he joined some teams like development staff or
Okay.
it was something like that.
Yeah. And I think he does a lot of work with the Hockey Diversity Alliance, I think.
I think he works with the Capitals. Because I think he was at Honda Center when the Capitals were there. Because I remember Emerson Edom was talking about that, and I think he took a picture with him.
Maybe that's the picture I remember seeing recently was him.
Yeah, that was like November, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
Oh, that would make sense.
Or December.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Speaking of Edom, go watch the Edom Up episode on the Ducks YouTube page where he's with Gibson in Buffalo and they eat wings together. It's a great episode. A lot of content.
I think they're at the Anchor Bar.
They are. They are at the Anchor Bar.
I haven't watched it, but did they have the pizza logs?
No, we did not. No.
That's a shame.
Remember
you see, if they would have
reached
out and be like, hey, what should we try besides the wings? I would have been all over it. Be like, yo, get the pizza logs. I want to see Gibson eat a pizza log. But
yeah,
Gibson, I won't, I won't spoil anything too much, I guess. But Gibson can eat a chicken wing, man. Go watch. That guy
what do
has
you mean
some.
by that?
You're gonna have to watch. He's got a talent there when it comes to eating chicken wings.
The way you
no
said
meat
that
is
just
left
reminds
behind.
me of dodgeball. I was like, I've seen a grown man pleasure a camel. Or no, what does he say? He satisfies a camel.
Satisfy, yeah.
As you can tell, we don't really want to talk about them losing, especially with as confident as we were
Hey,
about Sunday's game.
it was actually a good weekend. I mean,
Yeah,
I know
it wasn't terrible.
it was a okay weekend.
They
Yeah, you know the teams state when it's not a terrible weekend when they lose back-to-back games and they don't get a point. Well, they got a point against the Kings, sorry.
Yeah, they
but
got a
like
point.
they lose back-to-back games and they're against the two teams that you don't want to lose to.
Yeah. I think they deserved more than 1 point this weekend, but
I agree.
it do be like that sometimes.
in the Kings game, it was funny because I like how Ryan was like, yeah, the Kings didn't really deserve to win that. The Ducks kind of walked all over him, and then he looked at the shot totals and it was just like, what?
Yeah.
Like I didn't really keep up with that game much, but I was just like, I was like, you know what? I know the mouse is pessimistic, but
yeah. I understood where he was coming from, but at the same time, I don't think he was giving the Kings enough credit because while the Ducks kind of controlled some of the play here and
They
there,
came back. The Kings came back in the third and had a good period.
yeah, like I thought the Ducks played well, but I don't think they deserved to like
Leo Carlson had a
by
really
large
good game.
margin. Yeah, I thought they
And
looked a lot better than.
Mason McTavish had a good game.
Yep. I think it's funny that we got a power play goal and a shorthanded goal in that game.
And the penalty kill I thought looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Kings scored, but they had some good. They had some good kills though, which is rare.
Yeah, we gave up 2 power play goals. All of the scoring in that game was special teams.
Yeah.
Well, except for our second one, but Silverberg with the power play goal. I mean, the world would end if Kevin Fiala didn't score on John Gibson. Like that's just kind of a fact of life at this point.
Yeah.
Kevin Fiala hasn't done shit all season, but then he sees the Ducks and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna do shit today."
Yeah, I thought it was an okay game. I thought
and then PLD scored too.
Anticipated
in the shootout.
Oh yeah, it was in the shootout.
That was a nice shootout goal. Yeah,
doesn't really count as a real goal, but you know,
it was still
pretty. John Gibson was good, but he was kind of poor in the shootout. But I mean, can't really be mad at him too much for that.
Yeah, like you said, I mean,
it's a skills competition.
I think that was only like our second or third shootout all season.
Yeah, we haven't been to a lot.
That that David Rittich celebration at the end was kind of cringy.
I mean, hey.
No, it was cringy. Don't defend it.
It happens.
It was cringy. I thought you were going to defend it.
No, I was going to say, you got to be excited when you beat such an elite team like the Anaheim Ducks. When you have to take such a good team.
You got to celebrate like you just won the
cup. When you're able to survive a game against the high-powered Anaheim Ducks, and you're able to push it to a shootout and you get that win against your rivals of the South.
Yeah.
And you know that you're probably going to meet them in the playoffs because these two teams are just two of the best. You gotta celebrate like you beat the best. So
kudos to them.
We're talking about, of course, what's a game against the Ducks without Kevin Fiala scoring. That was also kind of the case with the Predators game because is it really a Ducks Preds without Josi and or Forsberg scoring?
Jesus.
Sadly, both of them got on the score sheet.
Sadly, both.
Hey, at least they didn't have to. At least UC Saros didn't start.
Yeah, but kind of makes it worse when you're losing to fucking Kevin Lankinen of all goalies.
Yeah. But I thought they played good too. But Radko Gudas, he had a poor game in the discipline department.
That was his hat trick of penalty game, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think they all came in the second period, I believe.
Yeah, he was out there trying to kill people, like for real. Like
at least he's consistent.
They were baiting him too. Yeah. They were baiting him, and he just kept taking the bait.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be smarter there. But their penalty kill was good that game, I thought.
Yeah.
The Preds power play is not too hot, which is weird having a guy like Forsberg and Yossi and their power play being kind of weird.
His mustache just pisses me off. You look like a freaking pirate. Just unsavory looking.
But yeah, Ducks lost 4-2.
And it's like a pencil thin mustache too. It's just
it is pretty thin. Yeah,
it's pretty bad.
Got goals from Lundestrom and Leeson. Lundstrom's been playing really well lately.
We should mention that Troy Terry got injured his shoulder in the Kings game. And that's probably why he came back in the third, but he didn't participate in the shootout.
Yeah, and I think Derek tweeted out something today that he was
in a non-contact uniform.
Yeah.
And he's going to travel to San Jose tomorrow, but expect the same lineup as Sunday.
As the Preds game. Yeah.
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 Hey,
so
I'm all for Leeson getting more shots in the top six. I mean, he had a really good game Sunday.
He's good.
So.
Yeah, Greg Cronin, you could criticize him for not playing Brett Leeson enough. He deserves to play over Ross Johnston at this point.
100%. I don't know why Johnston's still there.
But I've just resigned to the fact that Ross is a fixture. It is
I don't know
what it
why
is,
we always have to have this. And I know we've talked about this too much, but like I feel like every year we have something like this and then we finally get rid of this person and
Dallas
then
Aikens did it.
Someone
Randy
else is like
Carlyle
in the
did it.
Yeah. It's like you finally get rid of that guy.
Boudreau did it. Did Bruce
finally get rid of that guy, and then there's like a dude in waiting. There's just a dude waiting to take his spot, and then we just do the whole cycle all over again. And I'm trying to think of the Boudreau teams.
Yeah.
I mean, the only guy that I can think of would be like Chris Stewart, and that was like half a season. I don't even think that was like a full year.
Yeah, Stewart didn't last long.
Yeah, he like broke his jaw. I think in a fight actually, and he missed like a month or 2 months. And
I'm trying to think of who the tough guy was when I started watching.
Jared Boll the Boudreau?
Jared Boll was the Randy Carlyle.
That was the Carlyle. Okay,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2016, 17.
Yeah, who the hell was it on those
That was
teams?
the Western Conference final year, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of those playoff runs and who the hell was.
So pretty much started with Randy Carlyle.
Yeah.
And
I think Bruce might go down as one of my favorite Ducks coaches. I liked him a lot.
Yeah. That was my first season as a season ticket holder, his last season.
Yeah. Loved
They shouldn't have fired him, even though he just kept losing game sevens.
Yeah, he could never get the results in the playoffs, but
I think they probably would have won the cup in 2017 if he was still the coach, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah. I think they would have beat Chicago in game 7.
I mean 2015?
No, 2017.
You mean Nashville then? You said Chicago?
Yeah, Nashville. Yeah. I think they would have beat him. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the games kind of sucked. But we're slowly getting good news here. Eric Stevens said that Zegras is off crutches and might be returning to skating soon. So
probably about a week, maybe.
Kind of on the longer side of the timeline, but
I think we're on week 7.
Yeah, this is week 7.
So basically on schedule. Maybe maybe a little bit behind, but yeah.
So yeah, now Zegras can finally stop faking it.
Wonder if he's been getting up early, stretching.
Hopefully
drinking his Ovaltine.
Yeah, hopefully he's getting up early, 5 a.m. to
Big
be
boy
specific,
Trev.
and big boy Trev. Hopefully he's
Big
getting up
boy
nice and
Trev.
early.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully he is not faking it any longer, and I hope he's at least staying off of his phone. Those are the 3 key ingredients to hockey success. So good
Wait,
luck
he
to
was
him.
bitching about him being on his phone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
At Disney.
at
He was,
Ducks
but it was
Day.
like, yeah, at Ducks Day, but he was like, you could tell he was either taking a picture or he was recording video
Oh
of
my
the
God.
fans.
I missed that part of the rant.
No, congratulations.
Didn't you
I'll never
respond to
get that.
Didn't you respond to his story saying how old are you?
Yeah, he never responded.
Did he block?
He didn't block
you?
me either. Mm-mm.
That's
Oh,
weird
I'm
because
still
I've
waiting.
heard from multiple people that who replied to him, they got blocked.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but he might not have even seen it if he was getting a lot of DMs because a lot of people went after him. So he might.
Oh, hey, he
might
got
have
his
just
ass
ignored
beat
it.
on the quote tweets.
But yeah, that's some good news with Zegras.
Yeah.
This team desperately needs Zegras in the lineup.
It sucks though that Troy Terry's injured now because he was on a roll.
Every time we're about to start getting someone back,
Yeah.
or the game we get someone back, someone else gets injured.
Every time this
so
season,
ridiculous.
every time.
Just have to walk through Honda Center with like some sage, just
something, yeah.
Cleanse the property, do something.
Yeah.
But the main thing that we're excited to touch on is the Beak is on the move. The Beak has been busy.
He's been a busy bee.
He's visited 2 games out of state so far. He was in Minnesota last night taking in the Hurricane Wild game, and he was in New York tonight watching the Rangers beat up on the Blue Jackets.
Who do you think he was scouting last night? You think it's got to be Hurricane players, right?
I would assume. I mean, the only Hurricane player I've heard on the market is Marty Necas.
Ooh.
But I don't think
is that how you say his last name? I thought it was Nikas.
Yeah, it's Necas.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, that's like all I could think of, but I mean, the Rangers are the more alluring of the two just because there's been that reported connection for at least a month now.
Yeah.
Capo Caco.
It is kind of funny that a lot of the trade packages, a lot of the trade talk has reminded me a lot of the Eichel trade talks. When that was first going on, and when it was mentioned that the Ducks were kind of in contention.
Yeah.
Sabres fans were like, oh, it starts with Zegras and Drysdale and nobody else, but you're going to get all of our shitty players in return. Like, kind of seeing that again with the Ranger fans. And it's funny because it's like, yeah, you're going to get Barclay Goodrow and like this one guy that's like the bottom of the depth chart defenseman who's playing, in the ECHL right now. And, we're going to get 5 of your players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ay.
Silly Billies.
But I mean, we got Pagnota today said that there should be more activity on the Henrique front.
P.
I mean, that center market is always pretty valuable at the deadline, but it's just a matter of where Pat sees fit. And I don't know. I'm excited this year because I feel like this is one last year of just fire sale as much as you can. And then next year, if we're in a better spot, which I hope we are, is kind of the first step of maybe not adding like big.
Maybe
like,
soft buying.
I don't see us being a contender, but at least being in the hunt on some guys that, maybe have some term, or a guy that's going to be a UFA at the end of the year that you think you have a shot to sign. Like,
yeah,
we're slowly getting to that point where it's like, okay, I don't want to be attached to this guy because he's probably going to be gone in March.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to sit back and not have the whole year just be okay. Keep scoring. You're gonna look good in your new team's uniform wherever you land.
I'm fully on the Steven Stamkos to Anaheim train. I want him on the Ducks so bad.
I like that. I like that
Like if
little
you're gonna add
spiciness.
in free agency, I'd rather have him.
Yeah,
I mean,
that'd be pretty fun.
maybe go after Jake Gensel, but I would rather have Stammer.
I think Gensel's gonna be. I'm gonna say he goes to the Hurricanes. That's gonna be my prediction.
You think the Penguins are selling?
I
I,
mean,
th-
they haven't
I
expressly said they are, but they're not really
yeah.
good enough to justify not.
I mean, they're already not gonna move Crosby,
How many points?
Malkin, and Letang, but I think Gensel might be gone.
See, the Penguins are in 6th right now. They're 2 points behind New Jersey for 4th in the Metro.
And there's 7
They're
points behind the
tied
second
with
wild
the
card.
Islanders.
And there's 7 behind the second wild card spot. So yeah, I don't really see them doing it
Gensel to the
much.
Hurricanes. I hope I'm right. Make me feel smart.
Penguins are in the Metro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Philadelphia's still in 3rd, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of ugly. little annoying.
So I have to ask before we move on here. Did you guys see Steven's tweet from earlier? Of the
Steven?
charts. Forever Mighty Steven.
The charts? I don't think
must
so.
have missed them.
Okay, I'm gonna send them to the group chat right now. We're gonna play a little game here.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna play a game here? Hell yeah. Let's go.
So for you, those of you at home, it is 2 charts. And Steven's tweet just says one is a Ranger and one is a Duck. So
Okay.
I'll have you guys look at the chart and you're gonna tell me who the Ranger is and who the Duck is.
Okay.
I already got the right answer. He sent me when I responded to him, he said I was right. So
Okay.
don't look at my response because
Okay.
that'd be cheating.
All right.
Is
one is
it,
a Ranger, one is a Duck.
Is it a player we already talked about?
Yes.
Capo Capco.
Yes.
And the Duck is.
I'm gonna go Jakob Silverberg.
What about you, Chris?
Watch it be. Is it Frank? Watch it be Frank.
It is not. That was my first
No.
guess.
Or is it Adam Henrique?
It is not. So Lou got Kako right. Which chart is he?
It's got to be the left one, right?
No. The left one is the Ducks player.
Oh shit. He's good at expected goals against. Is he a forward or a defenseman?
He's a forward.
Is it? And you said it's not Jakob Silverberg?
It is not Silverberg. It is not Toronto.
Isaac Lundestrom?
You are 2 for 2, Lou.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I think I remember seeing someone showing this graph the other day.
Yeah, so when
Lundy's a defensive wizard.
So when he sent me the thing, we didn't talk much about it. And also shout out Steven. I told him, or I asked permission to mention this on the pod. He is a real one, said yes.
Shout out Steven.
We talked a lot about Henrique having some value on the market, but I mean, Lundstrom's had a pretty good year, and I mean, with stats like that, I'm not going to sit back and pretend to know exactly what the chart means, but it certainly is a good squiggly chart.
Even
though
I don't know. I don't know what they do with Lundy. Isaac.
I mean, I personally want him on the team still. I feel like he plays
He's a good fourth line center.
Is very underrated, and
he plays a good defensive game. He's a good PKer.
We seemingly
he doesn't have much offensive touch, but
I mean, we're seemingly shopping Carrick.
Yeah, I think Sam Carrick's gone.
He fits in a role that he can play bottom 6 minutes, and we know he's good.
Yeah,
in that role. But I mean, if he has value that other teams see, I mean, we could add that to the list of potential centers on the market. At least from us.
I'd rather have them trade him than just release him in the summer.
Exactly. You know, if you can get value of him now and
get
you
something
don't see
for
him in
him.
the fold, like Pat's not shied away from doing that. You know, we've had a couple of those trades of, you're expendable at the end of the day. You know, sorry, best of luck. But I'm making this team better. And
Yeah.
if that's what he sees, I mean, I don't
I
think
feel like
we really
they'd have to call someone up though if they trade him.
yeah. Or get someone of
To fill
equal
it.
value or to
Yeah.
fill that role.
I don't know if Nathan Gaucher's ready or not. I don't watch the goals, so
They're a team.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they are a team.
I
yeah, but
mean,
I don't know if he's ready to come up yet or not.
No, I don't. I'm not 100% sure
if
on that either.
anybody, it would be Glenn Godden, I think. And I mean, I think it's like the second point scorer on the goals behind Regenda, and Regenda's hurt again, I think.
Is
Yeah.
Pavel hurt? What
So
about
like,
Nikita Nesterenko? What is he up to these days?
I know he scored the last night or something. I feel like he's been scoring lately, at least when I see the goals tweet. I don't know.
I think he's probably gets called up at the deadline or after the deadline.
Um, so I have some Ducks here on a list, and I want to see if we can predict where you think they're going to go. Let me know if you want me to add a name. I have Henrique, Petrano, Carrick, and Labushkin.
Add in Euro Vakanainen.
Because then I was also going to do a wild card trade where you can choose a player on the team on the Ducks that maybe you don't hear about getting traded. That
Okay, I'll just say Euro's mine for that.
Is your wild card trade?
Yeah.
I'd say Lundestrom for me then.
Okay. All right. So lose wild card
is Euro Vakanainen.
Vax. Jake. You said Lundestrom?
Yeah.
Isaac Lundestrom.
All right. I'm going to say for the wild card pick, I'm going to say Silverberg.
Oh. Wait, no, I don't think you would be wrong. I do wonder if
certainly would be wild.
I wonder if teams are interested in him because he's having a good season for him.
You want to add a team to that, or do you want to just do the name?
I don't know. The problem is I don't know what team needs what.
I will say the Hurricanes for me.
Ooh,
I feel like they're kind of one of those teams that like a guy that's kind of like right on that bubble of like being really good goes to, and then just all of a sudden it's just like, oh yeah, he's like the best player in the league all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Who needs defensive help?
I think Carolina's looking. I think the Leafs are looking. Maybe the Wings. Stars, I think. Year? No, Stars. That trade just happened.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The Red Wings are on an 8-game win streak right now. They're really good.
Yeah.
Are they going to be in the playoffs, you think?
They could easily make it.
No
if they keep playing the way they're playing.
You guys want to know what position Marty Natchez plays?
He's like a winger, isn't he?
He is a center.
Is he a center?
Yeah.
I thought he was a winger.
I mean,
I'm gonna say he might.
Labushkin and Lundestrom to Carolina.
I'm gonna say for my wild card, Silverberg to the Stars.
Sure. It just kind of feels weird, but
yeah,
I could see it. I could see it working.
I'm proud of us for nobody saying Trevor Zegras for the wild card. Good on us.
Yeah, I'm done with that, dude. I'm done with that. Get the hell out of here. It's just I'm tired of it. Okay, let's run down this list really quick. Let's all try to predict where Henrique goes.
Yeah, we'll just go Adam Henrique first. I'll go Rangers.
Yeah, I'll say Rangers too. All of the chatter around it. I know New York's always kind of in the mix on stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm also very like insistent on this is getting as Capo Caco. So
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm
I don't
living
think.
in delusion, but
Honestly, I don't think like Capo Caco is like a need for them, and I don't think they would trade him.
I don't think so either. But it's just fun to sit and daydream and just be like, they'd be really stupid to do this, but it sounds like something that Pat would be like, no, gimme.
Gimme.
They might be able to get Jacob's brother Gabe
Maybe.
Perot.
Ooh. I like him. Maybe. I'm also gonna go with the Rangers. So we're all in agreement there.
Frank.
Yeah, we'll do Frank. I wasn't sure about putting Frank on the list because I didn't know if I'm still
I
not like
think his name
100%
is
sure he
coming
gets
up a lot
moved.
now.
Yeah, but we'll have a little fun. We'll say he does definitely get moved. And where do you think he's going?
I'm gonna go Edmonton. Edmonton or LA?
Yeah, I was gonna say I hate putting it out there, but LA, just with like with Kempe going down, it
how long
just
is Adrian
sounds
Kempe
like
out?
hey, we
And
are very
Victor
desperate.
Arvidsson's out week to week now. But
You
I don't
both
know.
want to go with LA?
You think the Kings are gonna pack it in, or you think they're gonna still go for the playoffs?
I mean, it's so weird because it's like if you pack it in and you're just like, hey, we're gonna ride it out and just kind of be a hi, how are you kind of playoff. Like
I mean,
you at least made it, but at the same time, like, why sell off?
They're still 4 points behind third place in the Pacific, and they are 5 points ahead of Calgary for the wild card.
I don't know.
Because they probably still go for it, but I don't know.
It's just so weird because it's like I feel like regardless of what happens to them, like I don't think they miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna go far. I think this is gonna be a summer of does Rob Blake get fired?
Ooh, you know who they play in the first round if the playoffs ended today?
Who?
Winnipeg.
Nice.
Ooh, Gabe Vilardi revenge game in the playoffs.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because the first wildcard team plays the second division winner with the second most points. And then
so that would be Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be Winnipeg or Dallas, but Winnipeg has the game.
Yeah,
in
Winnipeg
hand
or
right
Dallas. Yeah, Winnipeg has the tiebreaker. That would be a fun matchup.
That would be.
Winnipeg has 4 less games than Dallas.
They sure do.
How do they have 4 less? Like what's been going on?
They have 4 less and Edmonton has 4 less.
And LA has 3 less of Vancouver.
Because Winnipeg has 57 played, Dallas 61, Colorado 60, and then Vancouver 61, Vegas 59, and Edmonton 57.
Wow.
I think it has to do with
Edmonton's
the bye weeks because there's a couple teams with 57. Ottawa, and, San Jose.
Tomorrow the Ducks would be playing 59.
The season's fucking flown by.
It really has.
But I feel like the Ducks haven't
60 games
the Ducks haven't played a lot of hockey lately. They're going to now though because it's a sizable homestand coming up.
Yeah, after the game in San Jose on Thursday, I think they're home for like 5.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, sorry, we interrupted you there. We'll segue.
So we're doing Frank's. I said Edmonton or
you gonna choose one or you just want to do both?
Edmonton or LA. Edmonton is my first choice. LA is my second. I could see Edmonton just adding another winger and just going for it.
I'm gonna say Vatrano goes to.
But I think he ultimately ends up in New York too. But I want to be different for my second answer.
I'll say Bruins.
Oh.
Sorry,
Frank for Fabian Lysell?
You mean former future Anaheim Duck?
Yep.
We got Carrick next.
Sam Carrick.
I say Edmonton. I don't see any
Yeah.
other team really wanting him. If they're the one that's linked to him,
Uh,
then
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Toronto. No, they already got a. They already got Ryan Reeves. I'll go. I'll go Tampa Bay for Sam Carrick.
Okay, I'm also going Oilers because I know Elliot Friedman said that the Oilers are interested in Henrique and Carrick, and at the time he like said that he didn't know if they were interested in both of them in a package or just one or the other. And then I think it was just Monday he said that they are interested in getting both at the same time.
What the
But
hell? What kind of package would that look like?
yeah, but I wonder if they can't get the package done if they're okay with one or the other, or is it both of them or nothing? But I think they'll end up with Henrique. We're all saying he goes to the Rangers. I do think they grab Carrick for a bottom six guy. I will say he also goes to the Oilers because I think the Oilers might try to get a goalie, but we'll see. And if they get a goalie, I know Friedman was talking about if they go out and get a goalie, they might not have a lot of money to do a lot after that. They can maybe still add, but not a lot. So I think maybe a goalie and then Carrick.
So they're not getting John Gibson.
I probably not. I that's why I didn't even
That
put
contract
Gibson on
would
here 'cause
probably
I don't
hamper
think.
them.
Yeah, I don't think Gibson
I
would
don't.
be a wild card at this point.
I don't think he's getting.
Honestly.
I don't think he's getting traded.
Yeah.
If he does, it's going to be an off-season thing.
So
Yeah.
on the topic of the Oilers, I have to interject here because they won an OT.
Yeah, wasn't it Connor
about
McDavid?
about an hour ago, the Blues tweeted a highlight of Bennington making a stop on Draisaitl, which was a pass from McDavid, and it says, "You have McDavid and Draisaitl, but we have Bennington." And
God.
then McDavid scored to
Yeah,
win it in OT.
yeah, I was listening
Made
in the
Bennington
background
look
like 10
stupid.
minutes ago. Yeah,
I can't-
97's good. 97
Yeah.
is good.
I can't imagine being the Blues social media person and having to like stand up for Bennington and like be proud that you have Bennington on your team. But anyway, we'll move on. Last one I have on here is Lyubushkin.
I'm going to go Toronto.
Toronto.
That
He's been
just
there
seemed-
before.
And that
It's
just seems like a
safe bet.
Toronto move.
He's a right-handed defenseman, right?
You know what? I'm gonna go Philadelphia. Because Jamie Drysdale is unfortunately out a while.
Okay.
So I definitely
Philadelphia.
say Toronto for Lyubushkin because there was a whole article out today about how the only way they can win is if they have a right-handed defenseman, and they don't have any at the moment. So
yeah,
we'll just go with the narratives here.
That's a good one. So you're going Jake's going Leafs, Lou's going Philly.
Philly, yeah.
I'm gonna go Detroit.
That just seems like a Torts move, just getting Ilya.
Yeah, I can see that too.
How else is he gonna come to my store though?
Oh, does he come to your store a lot, Ilya?
Every now and again, yeah. The first time he asked if we had like Ducks branded stuff, like pant shells and gloves. I was kind of thinking to myself, like, you can just ask the equipment guy for that stuff. They'll like make that stuff for you.
Yeah.
And then the second time he's buying one of his son's goalie gear.
Nice.
Interesting.
So yeah, there's our trade predictions. I tweeted out that the teams that I'm very interested in up until the trade deadline outside of the Ducks is the Rangers, Devils, Penguins, Islanders, Red Wings, Leafs, and the Sabres. And I said only the Sabres because they suck so much. And something's got to give there.
Is Casey Mittelstadt going to be a Sabre long term?
I hope he is, but I feel like he might get moved, but we'll see.
Is that kind of like a Trevor Zegras rumors where like somebody just made that up? Or is that like, or does that have more substance to it?
I feel like it has more substance, at least from my point of view. But we'll see.
Like, what is their reasoning for trading him?
I just think that they have to make a decision on if they want to pay him and keep him around with the other young guys that are coming up. That's at least what I'm getting. Yeah.
So this was sent. The pod account was tagged. Chris sent this to the chat, and we will do this before we get into what's on tap here. This is from Ducks Puck on Twitter, and says, so for season ticket holders that renew their tickets, there was a giveaway of a signed Frank Vetrano stick. That was removed, and now the winner wins a Troy Terry signed stick. It's Frankie on the move.
Oh, man.
It would be something with today being the anniversary of the Jonathan Quick trade live on air.
Today's the anniversary? I thought that was March 1st.
I mean, we got to take into account the leap year, Lou.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works.
Jake's just reminded me, though, to refresh my Twitter feed just in case.
But, you know, like Lou said, his name's coming up more and more. And I mean, I love Frank to death. I'm happy he's having a breakout year this year. I was really happy with the signing last year. But I mean, if we are in another year of, hey, sell, we want to get some capital. Like, if a first round pick's on the table, you do it.
Yeah.
I'm a little greedy, and I would want more than a first, if I'm being honest, just because I'm tired of the team being bad.
Yeah.
But if we were grounded in reality, if a first round pick's on the table, you take it. You take it and run. Because it can be flipped. It can acquire you more capital down the line. It can acquire you a player down the line. You know, that can be significant for this team. This is like the best part of the year because I love the speculation and the, you know, for as much shit as I give certain insiders with gray hair on Twitter, this is a great time of year because it's just chaotic like every day.
Yeah.
Just because it's like you feel like you don't refresh your phone for 15 minutes and just you've missed like hours worth of stuff somehow. It's like, wait, this guy's going here now? Like, what? Like, how do I keep up with all this?
I get why they trade early because you'll get more of a return if you trade early, but man, it would be better if some of these trades happened on actual the deadline day, you know?
Yeah. And I didn't Henrique say something that if he's moved, his request is to be moved before March? So does anyone remember reading that?
Yeah, so that he could have accommodations for his family wherever he's going.
Yeah, and Thursday's the last day of February. So I did ask after the Ducks Preds game if he's going to be a Duck by Thursday night's game. So
I think Hug Watch will officially be on if we get the is being held out for reason, you know, X, Y, or Z reasons.
Yeah, if he doesn't play tomorrow.
But I kind of feel like you'd have to have a corresponding move at that point, right? You'd have to have a call up or somebody.
True.
Because if Terry's not going to play, that means Leeson for sure
Troy's not going to play tomorrow. Like, well, they got Bogru and then Brett Leeson. So I guess Bogru could just step in.
True. I kind of forgot Gru was here.
Yeah, he needs to play more than the other guy that we've talked about before.
No, he's just a fixture.
No offense to the other guy. I'm hoping that you're a great person, and you might be, and I'm sorry. I did read somewhere that I can't remember if it was Elliot Friedman, but part of the Henrique Carrick package, if the Oilers did swing for that and they got it done, something coming back would be Broberg. Broberg's name was brought up.
Wouldn't be bad.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Who?
Defenseman.
Who?
Philip Broberg.
Philip Broberg. It's a cool last name.
He was the pick before Trevor Zegras.
Okay, yeah, okay. Man, imagine if the Oilers had Trevor Zegras. That would just be.
That would suck.
Imagine if a lot of teams had Trevor Zegras.
I was gonna say, imagine if anyone, but especially the Oilers, man.
I wonder if he'd get as much hate. if he was on like more of a
And he just did that shit.
traditional hockey market team.
Oh, because isn't Ken Campbell the Edmonton guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
would be freaking writing furious articles.
Oh, you have him and Spector up there. So you'd have
Oh, right,
Campbell and
Spector.
Mark Spector.
Yep. I forgot about Spector.
Oh man. Yeah,
Well-
he'd be pissing those people off nightly.
Well, we have droned on about trades long enough, but it is silly season.
Well, did we say any more players after Ilya? Who did you have?
No, that was it. We did those 4, and then we had our wild card picks.
Okay. Yeah, I think 5 players are getting dealt. I don't see more
That's
than
a
that.
lot. That's a lot, too.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
So, as always, remember, we are not celebrating that these players are going away or anything. They are someone's favorite player. People are going through it. Just let people have their time and space.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have had plenty of that in the last couple seasons, and that's no good to be like, just get over it. It's a hockey trade. Because at the end of the day, everybody has a favorite player that gets traded at some point, or a guy they like, and it sucks.
Yeah. And everyone has a story as to how they became a fan of hockey and why they've kind of singled out that player as their favorite. There might be some kind of connection there.
Yeah, last week at Disney Day or Duck Day at California Adventure, there were a lot of 77 sweaters.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's
That's
like,
cool
oh
to see.
man. That's gonna suck if they just got that sweater and Frank is gone like
Yeah.
A week or
few
two
weeks.
later.
Yeah.
Well, we do
It'd be
have a
better.
lot of games to predict here. With our what's on tap from Noble, with the homestand coming up after Thursday,
Yep.
or Thursday's game against the Sharks. They're at home for, let's see, I just had it up. I clicked on the roster for some reason.
5 straight.
5 straight. We got the Devils on Friday. Kind of want to go to that game, not gonna lie. I haven't been to a game in a while.
Yeah.
Devils Friday, Canucks on Sunday, the Senators next Wednesday, Dallas Stars next Friday, then the Islanders the following Sunday after that.
So it's a mixed bag.
Mixed bag of at least a couple games we should be competitive in, and a couple that are probably going to be
not good,
channel changers, but you know,
Patrick Waugh and his Islanders coming to town.
Okay,
or facial hairless Patrick Waugh. Well, I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say.
But with the absolute nightmare that is parking at Honda Center right now, you know, head to Noble.
It's even gotten worse. Oh boy.
Get yourself some adult beverages, some free parking.
On game
Hang
day.
out with our pals at Noble.
Yep. Go look at our flag.
Yep. Mention the late arrivals. Get 10% off your tab, or just a beer if you don't want to open a tab.
Yeah.
Okay. Duck Sharks tomorrow.
Well, since they don't have Troy Terry and possibly Adam Henrique, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a 3-2 game. I learned my lesson for picking the Ducks. I'm just going back to picking the score.
Sharks just got destroyed by the Devils last night.
They actually played well. I watched some of that game last night. They actually played really well.
Didn't help that Blackwood got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mackenzie Blackwood. It's not.
I'm gonna say. I'll say Ducks take it 4-3 in overtime.
I'm gonna say 5-4 Ducks.
Okay.
Every Sharks game besides the first game have been competitive.
Yeah.
Is this their last time playing the Sharks?
I think so, yeah. Because we've played them 3 times already.
Yeah, and I think division's
like 4 times.
Yeah, 4 times. So they're probably done after tomorrow.
Ducks Devils on Sunday.
Yeah, they are done against the Sharks tomorrow, and the Ducks lead the season series 2-1.
Worst
All
they
right.
could only tie.
Yep.
That's always
Ducks
nice.
Devils. Ducks Devils.
That might be a high scoring game. Does Adam Henrique not move, but play for the other team on Friday?
Can you imagine? He gets traded Thursday to the Devils.
I could honestly, I could see that happening.
That'd be wild.
I don't know what the Devils are doing. We'll talk about the trade, but they retained on that trade today.
Mhm.
They like retain a contract or part
And
of the
that's
contract.
something obviously the Ducks are going to do with Henrique, by the way, if you
Yeah.
don't know that already.
Yeah.
I am gonna say 6-2 Devils.
Whew.
Not a ton of faith. Especially if we're missing a couple key guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 5-3.
And I'm going to go 4-2 Devils.
Devils
Sunday
are
against
such
the
a weird
Canucks.
team. I feel like the Ducks always play Vancouver tough. Well, not tough, but the score is usually close at least.
I'm gonna say 4-2 Canucks. They've kind of picked it back up a little bit.
Yeah.
But weren't they just on like on a losing streak?
They're on a couple game, yeah.
I think it was like a 4 game.
I'm going to say the Canucks win 4-1. I think we get Dem code.
I'm going to go 3-1.
Okay, and then Ducks Senators.
I'm assuming that'll be the last one before the next pod.
Yeah. That's Wednesday next week.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna go 5-2. The Senators aren't good.
I'm gonna say
put 5-2 Ducks, Blue?
No, thank you. I'll pass on that, sir.
I'm gonna say 5-3 Ducks.
Okay. I will say 3-1 Ducks.
Like I know they have the better record of than the Ducks, but I feel like the Ducks might be the better team.
Yeah.
Vancouver, I mean Ottawa is not good.
I just like how I lose. Like I'm gonna go 5-2. I don't think that the Senators are that great. And so I can put the Ducks. No, thank you.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh boy.
Well, as always, if you're going to a game and using your free parking at Noble and taking advantage of our little.
Hold on. Arizona's fifth worst.
Yeah, they're on a 13 game losing streak.
Jesus, I thought you were breaking a trade.
Holy shit. I didn't know they've lost that.
Scaring us here.
I know, I'm on edge over here.
No, I'm just saying. I didn't expect to see the Coyotes.
Yeah, they're winless in like their last 13 games.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I'm sorry to you and Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny's going through it, man. They give up a goal like every game in the first like 5 to 10 minutes of the game every single night. It's probably happened like at least 6 times in a row, if not more.
And the funny thing about that is they're somehow not as bad as the Devils at giving up the first goal of the game.
Yeah. Do you guys watch each Coyote game to the bitter end, or do you just find something to watch after a while?
What we've been doing lately is I'll have one game on that I'm interested in, and Jenny will have the Coyotes game on mute.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
And we'll
Plus, you got to listen to Tyson Nash.
Ugh. Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Is he still? He's still there.
Yeah,
sadly.
Who's their play-by-play guy?
Matt McConnell. He used to be the Ducks play-by-play guy back in the day.
Was he?
Yeah, the Mighty Ducks days.
That's before my time.
Yeah.
Ryan said, if y'all break another Kings trade, I will actually cry.
That would honestly be hilarious.
That would be fantastic, honestly. All right, anyways, add time. Let's go.
Well, as I was starting to say before Lou
sorry,
gave us a little fright here that we were breaking something. You know, if you're taking advantage of our little 10% off at Noble and want to also partake in
The game
getting a little off your tickets to the game, you can go to 714 Tickets, use promo code LAP, 10%
LAP.
off, get 5% towards any future order.
It's important to spell it out for the folks who are spelled challenged.
Code LAP at checkout. Good
I know
for
there's
hockey.
a technical term for that, but I can't think of it. So I'll just say spelled challenged.
Say baseball's gonna be here before we know it.
Yeah, I'm sure you could buy spring training tickets in Arizona.
Yep.
Or Florida. The Grapefruit League.
You're gonna want to use our code if you're going to the Devils game on Friday, because looks like on 714 Tickets, the cheapest ticket right now is $45.
Oh, what's 10% off $45?
Man, you asked this last week and I couldn't give you. I don't know.
It's funny. I told my coworkers about that, and they're like, "You didn't know what 20% or 10% off was?" I was like, "No." I was like, "There's a reason I'm working here. I can't do math."
I can't even tell you how to calculate it.
There's a reason I just bang stuff with a hammer all day.
Zap R2K says it's $4.50 off.
See?
Oh Christ!
Thank you, Zap, for that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you for doing our job for us.
He said move the decimal point over to the left one place.
Math with Lap.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Yeah. Now that's our title.
Math with Lap.
Yeah, that's our title.
So yeah, $45 for the Devils game. Code LAP will get 10% off. Let's while we're here really quick, I will check.
I took algebra all 4 years in high school.
Math with Lap is a good title name. I was thinking a Big Apple Beaker, but I think that's maybe if that trade with the Rangers goes through.
No, math will flap.
The cheapest for the Sunday game against the Canucks, $25. So,
hey, the tickets that are $45 are in section 420.
Yeah,
the nice number or one of the.
So
nice
yeah,
numbers.
go check out 714 Tickets.
That's actually crazy that the Vancouver game's cheaper than the Devil game.
I wonder if it's just because it's a Friday night, maybe. I don't know.
Could
I got to
be,
make up
yeah.
for it being a $5 Friday.
Oh yeah, with your freaking tasteless popcorn.
Yeah.
Or Friday.
Yeah, so
dude, it was so gross. Like
Yeah.
the last, yeah, I think that was against not Edmonton, but it was one of the 5 for Fridays or whatever they call it, $5 Friday.
Yeah.
The popcorn just had no taste whatsoever. It just had the popcorn crunch to it, and that was it. No butter, no salt, no nothing.
Yeah, use our code LAP at checkout at 714tickets.com. Get 10% off Ducks tickets.
And then
if you're in Northern California and you want to go to the Ducks and Sharks tomorrow, which when this comes out, it is tonight. Go check them out in San Jose.
And if you want to go to the game and need something to wear, where would they go, Chris?
You know, you could go to shifthockey.com.
Damn, that was a good segue.
And
good on me.
Just a little pat on the back for Lou.
Just pat my back.
Little fist pump.
Yep.
But yeah, shifthockey.com. Lap
you
10.
Get yourself a cream hoodie.
Get a cream hoodie, and it would go really well with like if you have a black Mighty Ducks hat. I have a black Mighty Ducks hat. It's got like the gold triangle. It's pretty nice. Goes pretty well with a lot of different clothing options.
Yep.
They're cream hoodies. The Shift logo is in black, so it goes well with that. Go rep the Ducks and Shift Hockey. Lap 10 at checkout, 10% off. If you're not feeling a hoodie, beanie, whatever, and you want to, I don't know, if you're in beer league, maybe it's getting close to playoff time, get some new sticks.
Shifthockey.com. Most Duck seasons or Duck Rink affiliated seasons just started. So if you need new gear to kick off the year,
there you go. New gear, shifthockey.com. Go check them out. Lap 10.
Been slamming sticks on the boards for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a bunch of milestones to cover real fast. We're just gonna mention them and
real quick, Lack.
And say yes, very good, great success. Nikita Kucherov reaches 100 points in 59 games, which I feel like every year he's like doing it in around the same time.
It's usually Connor McDavid doing it.
I mean, he hit the 90-point mark for the 8th straight season, which is crazy to think because there's 2 COVID shortened seasons and they're like in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Then David Pastrnak reaches 700 career points, required the 4th fewest games in franchise history to do so. I feel like all 3 of those guys, well, except for McDavid until tonight, it feels like every night there's just some other stat of like, yeah, he has like 4 points just randomly, and it's still the second period.
Yeah. Every single night it's McDavid and Pastrnak, Kucherov, Austin Matthews, Jack Hughes. I mean, he's kind of struggling right now, but they're always just going crazy. But really quick on Pastrnak, he's only behind. Like you said, he was the 4th. He required the 4th fewest games in franchise history to record 700 points, behind Phil Esposito, who did it in 447 games. Bobby Orr did it in 518. Rick Middleton in 639. Pastrnak did it in 652. So that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
We're getting the second ever Big City Green Classic game on March 9th. It'll be on ESPN Plus, Disney Channel, and Disney XD, and Disney Plus. So if you have either the 2 pluses or you have cable,
what is that?
Watch the Penguins and Bruins in a
is that
simulation.
Cartoon thing?
Yeah,
the animated thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Last year I tuned in for like a good 10 minutes and
involved in hockey.
It was kind of funny seeing Kevin Weeks in like animation form.
I like that was pretty cool. The big sports are starting to do stuff like that. Like the Nickelodeon casts for the football games are fun to watch.
Yeah.
They gotta embrace kind of the goofier side because you do, especially with hockey, you have such a young fan base that doesn't exactly have a voice. I hope there aren't children on Twitter and stuff consuming the content on Twitter, but you got to have something for the kids because it does make a difference. It'll, you never know who it touches and who watches their first hockey game because of it. So that's really cool.
Yeah, hopefully they're not seeing too much on Twitter. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're letting your child go on Twitter, please change
I was gonna say that like 3 seconds before you were gonna say that. I literally was.
It's either that or crypto advice,
Yeah.
Cast in bio.
Chris put this in the notes, but we wanted to piggyback off of the Ducks video, and we'll give Lou his soapbox to hate on Miracle.
Go ahead, Lou.
But they asked the guys what their favorite hockey movie is.
Oh, we're doing questions already?
No, we're kind of favorite hockey movie.
It's got to be what's it call it? What's it called? Slapshot.
Slapshot. Okay.
Yeah.
We're waiting for you to go off on a specific hockey.
No, Miracle Sex. That's a crappy movie. If you need a nap, watch Miracle.
I like Miracle a lot, and it's not. It's
so bad. I almost wish the other team would have won.
He wishes that history would be changed just for this movie about history.
Correct.
I kind of like the behind the scenes stuff, like how the team was put together and how they had to bond, and you had college kids from Minnesota and Boston on the same team that hated each other. I don't know. I kind of like that stuff, but to each their own. It's fine. Lou hates it a lot with a passion. He lets us know about it.
Yeah.
My favorite hockey movie, I won't say Miracle, but it's very close.
Read it right.
Oh God, do I even want to see?
He said in all caps, "I wish the USSR would have won as an all-time quote."
I didn't say. I said I almost wish. It's key to put almost in that
I
statement.
gotta clip this
Yeah.
and send it to Tyler because we told Tyler the other day about Lou's disdain for
Yeah.
Miracle.
Get Lou's face on the USSR flag.
No, we don't want to do that. We don't promote communism on this. We don't promote
I mean,
that.
there's no we in this. That's the
No,
this
we
is
don't.
Lou's
We don't
corner.
support that here on Related Rivals. We don't
Okay.
do that.
I won't say Miracle. I might say Goon. I guess I like the Goon movies. Both of them are pretty funny, and
I like Goon 1. I mean, I think that movie's a little overrated, but I didn't really like Goon
I never
2.
saw the second one because I
Goon 2
didn't feel like there was a
hard
need
to
to watch the second one. I was just like the first one was good as it was.
yeah, the second one has George Peros in it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Goon 2 was just a hard to watch.
I guess there's a new hockey movie that came out, or yeah, I think you can stream it now on Amazon Prime, I believe. It's about beer leaguers.
Is it a movie or like a documentary?
It's a movie. I thought Greg Wyshynski shared it, but maybe he didn't.
Have you guys seen the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where Charlie and Mac shoot the cross ice shot at the Flyers game?
No, but I always see like screenshots of it and like Charlie Day skating in the Flyers jersey with the American flag on.
That movie's or that episode's so good. He's also like Mac keeps using the word jabroni, and Mac's like, or Charlie is like, you keep using the word jabroni, and it's awesome.
Okay, so the movie's called The Late Game, and it's now available to stream on Prime Video.
Oh no, Ryan's gonna make a flag.
But it's the Late Game movie is about a new guy knocks off the rust.
You see what you guys just did?
A new guy knocks off the rust as he suits up in a late night beer league hockey game. The only thing I will say about that movie that I found out, there is someone in it that I don't like, and it's a Chiclets guy.
I'm just thinking about what Ryan's making right now.
He's making it?
Okay. I have to
go making
with
a flag.
I have to say Slapshot.
Slapshot?
It's aged a little
poorly. Yeah, it
but
does. It has aged a little poorly, but it's
very quotable.
Yeah.
I'll say
Bruce Boudreau's in it too.
I've never seen Mystery Alaska.
Mystery Alaska is not a good movie. I like that.
I've never seen that. Who's in it?
Jesus.
I should look it up since I'm right here.
I know they
have played it on NHL Network like during the summertime.
Yeah.
They were playing it a lot during COVID too, because they didn't have anything to put on.
Yeah.
Oh, Russell Crowe and Burt Reynolds.
Oh, right.
And Hank Azaria. How about that?
I keep forgetting Hank Azaria's in there. But yeah, that's a good movie. I recommend that. I kind of like how they like a small town in Alaska gets to play the New York Rangers, and it's pretty good.
Is there a city in Alaska called Mystery?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe.
But it's based in Alaska?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I kind of want a Mystery Alaska jersey.
Oh, I'm sure that hockey apparel company has made stuff.
I'll make one myself.
Before we get to questions, one of the bigger trades so far, deadline season. I mean, I think the only one so far. The Stars got a little bit better. They traded for Chris Tanev. So
is that his the dude with the crazy eyes? Is that his brother?
Yeah.
So Brett Tanev or
Brandon Tanev?
Brandon. Yeah.
So in a 3-team trade, the Stars acquire Chris Tanev and Cole Brady. The Flames receive Artem Grushnikov a 2024 second rounder, and a 2026 third rounder that is conditional. And the Devils retain 50% of Tanev's salary for this year and get a fourth round pick in 2026 from the Stars. I mean, Dallas is going for it.
That seems like a good trade for Dallas. I don't think they gave up that too much.
Everyone was thinking it might have been Stankoven, who was really good. I mean, that would have sucked that he made his debut this week and then immediately got traded.
He's killing it too. Like, he already has 2 goals, I think, doesn't he? 1 or 2 goals, and he's
he finally got called up to the Stars.
Yeah, he scored in his first game on his 21st birthday.
That's pretty cool. I couldn't tell you who the prospect they traded is. He sounds very Russian, though.
He's very Russian.
If I had to guess.
I think.
Today in Ducks history, if you guys aren't following that on Twitter,
the
last couple days have been a time capsule of Bob Murray trades. Today's are the Ducks trading a draft pick, which turned into Rem Pitlick to the Sabres for Jamie McGinn.
That was a good trade.
They traded a draft pick who became Maxim Maimon,
Brock McGinn's brother, by the way.
To the Florida Panthers for Brandon Peary, the original number 11.
Brandon Peary.
That's a name I haven't heard in forever.
Yeah, we had
they
Peary
traded Tim Jackman in a draft pick, turned into Josh S. to the Blackhawks for Corey Tropp, the goals legend. And then the big one was they traded Pat Maroon to the Oilers for Martin Gernat and a draft pick that turned into Jack Kopaka.
That was like my first year on Ducks Twitter, and I just remember everyone just being excited that Pat Maroon got traded. Yeah.
Go follow that account if you don't. Bucky does a great job of running it. I feel bad every year he has to tweet out that like he understands that people think some of these trades are meaningless, but it's cool to see and like kind of look back on trades like that. Like, not everything's gonna be like blockbuster trades. Like, if anything,
but it's cool to see what happened.
It's more a time capsule of just like, oh shit, at the time this looked really good.
I'm into that kind of stuff. So I like that account a lot.
I mean, it's a daily thing. You're not going to have something exciting happening every single day.
Did the David Perron trade happen already? Or like,
I might be in like the coming days. I thought it was a little bit later into that deadline.
Yeah, that was the same deadline, right? 2016.
I think so. No, I think it might have been
2016. I think, yeah.
Man, I wish they would have re-signed David Perron.
I loved Perron on the Ducks. It was
I think David Perron has said Brian Getzlaf was the best teammate he's ever played with.
Yeah, he said he loved playing with him.
I mean, can't really blame him.
That was money.
I mean, you can if you're Coach Zach, but
oh god,
it's neither here nor there.
By the way, Chris, did you want to mention the PWHL stuff?
Oh, I can do that really quick. Yeah, why not?
A lot of cool stuff that they're doing there.
Yeah, so the PWHL announced the 2024 playoff format and the process to determine draft order of selection among the non-playoff teams today. So the 2024 playoffs, the top 4 teams in the regular season standings will qualify. So that means 2 teams will miss out completely. This was interesting. The first place team will have a 24-hour window to select its semifinal opponent.
That's cool. I really like that.
So they can either choose the 3rd seed or the 4th seed, which would be funny if you're like, okay, we're going to choose the 4th seed anyway, and then the 4th seed wins. Like, that'll just make you kind of look stupid. But that's cool.
6 teams?
6 teams, yeah.
So only top 2 teams will miss.
Yeah. I like the selecting your opponent thing for the top seed. That's pretty cool. The semifinals and the championship will be played as best of 5 series. The higher seeds will have home ice advantage for games 1, 2, and 5. And then games that require overtime will be decided by playing 5-on-5 periods until a winning goal is scored, just like normal NHL playoffs. The draft, this is interesting. They're going to do
the
something
gold
called
draft.
the gold plan.
Yeah.
And it will assign the first pick to the non-playoff team that gets the most points following its elimination from playoff contention. So once a team is mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, you start earning draft order points. So
it gives basically it just gives an incentive to win and not tank.
Yeah. And the team with the most draft order points at the conclusion of the regular season will earn the first selection in each round of the draft. So that's pretty cool.
It's pretty interesting.
I actually really like that. I like the whole gold plan there, where you earn points once you're officially eliminated. That's pretty cool. I do like that. It's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays out, and I'm excited for their playoffs and kind of see how much more intense the game gets, because you know how with the NHL regular season and the playoffs are just two completely different things. So
are they allowed to hit in their league? Like,
they're not supposed to. There's definitely some body checking going on. It hasn't been
they can't hit like in the NHL.
No,
like a
there's
normal hit.
No, nothing like that. I guess it just depends on the officials that night if they want to enforce it or not.
You could obviously be physical. You just can't really hit.
You just can't lay people out like open ice hits or anything. But
yeah, I guess that's good. I mean,
yeah, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm excited.
The gold plan. I don't think it'd ever work for the NHL, but it's cool that they're trying it out.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I wouldn't hate.
It beats a lottery, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that they're doing that. So I'm excited to see it play out.
Yeah. So our Hockey 365 topic this week is more so going to be pointed towards you, Chris. But we'll get this one out of the way because you mentioned them earlier. But will the Buffalo Sabres ever be good again?
Man, I think I was predicting them to finally get back to the playoffs like 3 or 4 years ago, and they still haven't done it. So it's a tough question to answer right there. I hope that they can start turning a corner this year. Starting with this trade deadline, I think they need to start getting the right people in, the right veterans in, or whatever the case is. Maybe this offseason they change coaches, maybe they change GMs. I mean, I don't know if they want to go as far as selling the team and getting a whole different ownership group in there or what. I know a lot of Sabres fans want Terry Pegula to sell the team.
Yeah, he also owns the Bills, right?
Yeah, because obviously if you don't follow the Sabres, you probably missed this, but the Sabres did announce renovations to their arena coming for next year. They're getting a new Jumbotron, and they're getting a new roof.
That's interesting, a new roof?
Yeah, I've never heard
of leaking and shit.
Something. I'm kind of upset that they're gonna change the roof because it's got that look where it kind of makes it look like a bubble, and it's been like that since I was a kid. So them transforming that, it kind of looks like a big thing of bubble hockey. But
like what the Metrodome looked like that kind of thing. Because you saw what happened there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want that happening.
But Sabres and Bills fans are making fun of the whole new roof thing with the Sabres because they're like, Buffalo is finally getting the roof, but not the roof they wanted because everyone wanted a roof on the new Bills stadium.
I thought that's what they didn't want.
The Bills?
Yeah, I thought Bill fans wanted to still be outside.
No, I think a majority wanted a roof because of
just how cold it gets there.
Yeah, and then the snowstorms. The Bills the last couple of years have had some games where they had to play in a different city.
And plus, they've had to postpone their first playoff game against the Steelers.
Yeah, and I remember that one time, I think 2 seasons ago, they had to play a regular season home game in Detroit.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Lou,
kind of
look at
funny though how they
the
pay like people like $20 an hour to.
Oh, to shovel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, honestly.
Lou, look at the lap chat. Ryan finished his masterpiece.
It,
Oh my God.
hold on. Oh my God.
I love that. I'll have to retweet it. Okay.
Well,
But Sabres, really quick. Hopefully by next season we see more of a team that can compete. I keep like I was saying, they bring these veteran players in because I feel like they do need veteran players with a lot of their young kids coming up, like Zach Benson and you still got Dylan Cousins who's young and JJ Paterka and all that. And they have Tage who's a little bit older, but I feel like they bring these veterans in, but they're always the wrong guys. They bring these old dudes in who weren't really that good to begin with. When they first broke the scene. So I don't know. They need to figure it out. They need to make better trades.
are you trying to say that signing players like Kyle Okposo isn't a good idea?
Okposo was definitely the first name that came to mind. And then they got Eric Johnson on defense.
Zemgus Gergensen.
Yeah, they go out and they spend this money on these older guys, and it's fine if you're getting these older guys that were good to begin with, and they're gonna add something to your team, but they bring in a lot of dead weight, and then they put a lot of pressure on their young guys to perform every night, or you're gonna lose, and they kind of do that to their goalies too. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
having Eric Johnson, who probably shouldn't have played after the Avs won the cup, is certainly a hockey move.
It's definitely something. But yeah, so we'll
I
see what
didn't
they do.
know. I didn't know how outdated their scoreboard was. After you
Yeah,
showed me
and
that picture.
Yeah, that I think that's like the second jumbotron they've had in that arena. So this new one will be their third, I think.
Jeez.
What's with all
I
like
think.
the circle things on top of it?
I don't know. I don't know why they have that.
You know what I'm talking about? Like all those
Yeah.
circles.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Yep. I think if I remember correctly, they might be bottle caps.
Bottle caps.
Bottle cap things with like their with like sponsors on there.
Oh, okay.
Certainly a choice.
That's something.
Yeah.
Is that building old? I know we've discussed this, but I already forgot.
I'm pretty sure it opened in 96.
Okay, so it's
96 or 97, one of those.
It's old, but it's not that old.
Yeah, I remember being pretty young and only going to maybe a handful of games at the old auditorium. And then I remember the big deal it was when the new one opened, and I just remember being like super excited to check out a new building. Pretty sure it was 96 or 97.
What was the auditorium like?
Scary for me. Like when you're young, like it was so steep. I felt like when you're sitting in your seat, I just feel like you're like really forward and looking down at the ice in a weird way. I don't know. It just felt like
that's how I feel in the upper deck of Honda Center.
Yeah,
I feel like it's like really steep.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's actually the case, but every time I'm up there to like meet people, it just seems steep.
Another 2-3 years.
All right. Our first question comes from Noah, and he says, "What is your favorite Ducks trade and your most hated Ducks trade?" I'm assuming we're going all time here.
I'm just gonna go this year. I really like the Cutter trade for Jamie Drysdale. That's like a really, really good trade.
Yeah, that was a good one. Favorite might go the worst trade in my opinion. It's definitely got to be the Shea Theodore one.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah,
I was gonna go for my worst. The trades we got for Chris Kelly and Jason Chimera. Whatever, I don't even know what we traded.
One of them was, I think it was Chris Wagner went for Chimera.
Oh, yeah. No, Chris Kelly because he went to Boston. And Chris Kelly came from Boston.
Yeah, that's right.
Jason Chimera, I think that was the Capitals.
Might have been, yeah.
But either way, that was a time.
My
Certainly,
favorite.
certainly trades.
Yeah.
Trying to think of a favorite.
The Cutter trade's up there for me. I wouldn't say that's my favorite just because I can't think of any, but
That's like the majorest trade I remember. The most big.
Why am I blanking on all trades?
If I was a fan for like long term, I would probably easily say the Ryan Kessler trade.
You know what? I'm gonna say the Kessler one. I don't know why I didn't think of that. That was a very, very fun day. I enjoyed that one a lot. I remember
They
the Ducks.
They traded Lucas Sabisa and
yeah.
Who else?
I think there was a pick in there and then something else.
Yeah, I forget who.
But I just
seems like
remember
a
that
steal
day.
in hindsight.
Yeah. So I think I was just moving out to Phoenix when that happened. I want to say, maybe it was before, but I just remember being super excited, and then like the Ducks were just milking it. Like they had him in the team store, like right when he got into Anaheim, and he was meeting fans and stuff. Like it was awesome. Like that was a fun time, and I thought like he was the piece that was going to bring another
Was that
cup.
2014
sure.
or 15?
That was 15, I believe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he was there for the 15 run. That was his first half season.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hate to say this because we haven't seen what they've turned out to be just yet.
We got a trade?
No. But looking at the Ducks cap friendly of like their trade history, so the pick we used, the pick we got from Minnesota for Nick Delorier turned into Sidorov.
Ooh.
I mean, that seems okay for now.
And in the Lindholm trade, we got Vakanainen, Moore, who was buried, but that first rounder became Nathan Gaucher, and
Seems like a good trade.
that second round pick became Damian Clara.
Ooh.
And then we still have that second round pick to use this year. So I wouldn't say those are up there as good trades.
That was the Hampus trade?
Yeah.
What was the Didn't they trade somebody else to Boston?
We've done so many trades with Boston.
You thinking of Raquel for Pittsburgh?
Apparently Kelly Klein hasn't done anything. So it's TBD on him.
Yeah, he's still gonna take a little bit being a goalie.
Who did the Ducks trade for Euro Vakanainen? Was that the Nick Ritchie trade?
No, that was the Lindholm trade.
The Lindholm.
Oh, okay. Who'd they trade for Nick Ritchie? I forget.
That was I just scrolled past it. It was fuck, where did it just was here?
Nicholas Thickless.
Oh, Dan Heinen.
That was
right.
Yeah.
Heinen. Forgot about Heinen.
Is he back in Pittsburgh?
No, he's in Boston again. He wound up back in Boston.
Oh, is he?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll say another one that I dislike was Sprong for Pedersen. That kind of blew up in our face.
Yeah.
At the time, I think it was defensible though.
If I had to say one that at least was like recent, isn't like super close to probably a little bit closer to like when I first started watching, I'd say the Henrique trade. That was kind of big for the time.
For Sammy Vatanen.
Yeah. Yeah. Sammy Vatanen, by the way, is a European champion. He won the Champions League. I think I brought that up before.
I'm assuming he's playing for our Finland team.
Swiss.
In that deal, they got Vatanen in a 2019 that they used to draft Daniil Missiol. And we got Henrique. Joe Blandisi and the pick that became Blake McLaughlin.
Blandisi, I forgot about him too. Joseph.
Who'd they get for the Kyle Palmieri trade?
Shit, I just closed Cat Friendly. Damn it.
Because that was a get to the Devils, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still playing?
Yeah, he's on the Islanders.
He's on. Yeah, he might actually get moved, depending on the Islanders' situation in a few days.
That'd be cool. Is he still good or okay?
It's
Or not really?
okay-ish.
He's okay-ish, yeah. He used to be money with fantasy hockey. I'd get him every year in fantasy hockey.
We got a whole lot of nothing for that. We traded a 2015 second round pick that became Ryan Gropp.
Who?
That we
that
I think we
is.
traded that pick because it says Florida number 41, and then the pick that became Jamie McGinn, or the pick we traded for Jamie McGinn that became Rem Pitlick was in that.
So basically nothing.
Pretty much.
I'd say I was annoyed by the Edom trade just because of how much I liked Emerson Edom.
He got traded to Vancouver?
Rangers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Some weird Bob Murray trades to go through.
Yeah, like Montour kind of bothered me too, but it felt a little bit better because he got traded to Buffalo. Still kind of hurt, but I'm like, at least he's on the Sabres. But yeah, Kessler.
Who was that trade? Man, I can't even remember that guy's name that they got back for him.
Gooley.
Or Brendan Gooley. Is he still?
He's overseas playing, I think.
Yeah.
And look at Brandon Montour now.
Do you guys remember Christian Juice?
Yeah. I like Juice.
That was the Daniel Sprong trade, right?
Yeah.
Whatever came of that guy.
He is on the Red Wings currently.
Yeah. He was just on the Empty Netters podcast as well.
You listen to a lot of podcasts, don't you?
I try to consume a bunch of different ones just to get different opinions.
I don't even listen to our podcast.
I've been listening to a lot of 32 Thoughts lately, but yeah, let's move on.
Yeah.
Our next one comes from Haley, and she said, if you guys had to rename the Ducks, what would you go with? They still have to be in Anaheim, though.
The Mighty Ducks. I mean, that's pretty easy. I'd probably go something. Or does it have to not have the Ducks name?
I would go away from the Ducks name.
I'd want it something like, if it were up to me, it'd be something like a bear name. But then you got the Bruins and you got the Wild that use a bear. So I don't know how that would.
When you think of Orange County, you don't think of bears.
Yeah,
that's just me.
A bear, maybe seals. We'll stay on the seal. We'll stay on the seal train.
Yeah, I'll just say seals too.
We'll bring back the golden seals, but
if we're taking just the name out of the equation, it's still the Samuelis as the owners. We would be the Oranges. Let's be real.
The Oranges.
The Tangerines.
I brought this up before, but I still remember when they first bought the team and they were thinking of a name change completely. And if they did, I think it was going to be the Condors. So,
yeah. That's a good minor league hockey team.
Yeah. Name. I like the Ducks name. It's fine. Like, I think it's cool.
Did they just want to have
fun?
Did they just want to have like a better marketing for the Anaheim Duck name?
I don't know. I don't really know what their plan was, but I don't know. I like the Ducks name, and I like our history is fun, so it's all good.
Now I just need to go back to that logo.
Yep.
Full time.
Okay. Our next one comes from Black Stitch Hockey. They say when just assuming it's likely that he signs his entry level upon the completion of the college season. Gauthier joins the team next year. Do you want him as part of the extensive center depth the team already has, or do you want him on the wing developing chemistry with one of the other centers?
Nathan Gauthier?
Gauthier. Cutter.
Cutter. No, winger. 100% winger. I've heard that he's just not gonna become a center in the NHL.
Top line of Gauthier, Carlson, Terry. Please sign me up.
Yeah, Leo and Troy with him, please. Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be fun seeing
Or
him.
playing with Z. That'd be fun.
Him with Zegers would be something else, I think.
Hey, the Ducks are at that point where they could start having some good combos. Just mix and match.
It'll be nice to have more of just like one line or even two lines, and to have some like pretty decent talent in that third line a little bit more consistently.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have
Maybe
to,
have it
if
bleed
he
into the
does
fourth.
have to play center, I mean, center depth of
Cutter,
Carlson, Gauthier,
Z.
McTavish, Gaucher, even Zegras if needed. Like it's a good problem to have because not all of them are going to be centers, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Even now, though, just if you wanted to, Trevor, Leo, and Mason just down the line.
Yeah.
Down the middle. Just, yeah.
But yeah, it'd be fun to plug him in on the wing right away to get him acclimated.
And if they get Elias Pettersson, oh man.
What do you mean? Frank said that he's
our,
signing an 8-year extension.
Our favorite reporter said that they're close to an extension, but
so you know what that means?
So...
He's nowhere near an extension, and
it'd be funny if they just trade him tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I don't think they're gonna trade him. I think they're just going all in this year.
Yeah, they won't trade him.
All right, our next one comes from the flow.
The flow.
He says, predict the Stanley Cup final matchup.
Florida, Dallas, or Edmonton, Florida.
I believe it's Dallas, Florida. Dallas gets their revenge on the state of Florida for the bubble.
I'll go Stars, Rangers.
I just feel like the Stars are gonna be tough to beat this season. Finally.
Well, I mean, Matt Duchene's like suddenly good at hockey again.
Yeah, he woke up and he must be waking up at 5 now.
He went to the good Yeehaw state and was just like, yeah, okay, I can play hockey again.
I got this.
If it's Florida, Dallas, does Florida win because Jamie Benn doesn't like cats?
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right.
I just thought of that.
Yeah. That damn smirk on your face after you said it too.
I couldn't not say that.
Oh boy.
That's still the most wildest hockey tidbit. Be better, Jamie. Be better.
Our next one comes from Patrick, and he says, Freaky Friday, but hockey. Which two players would you most want to see swap bodies?
Ross Johnson and Trevor Zegras. Because this Ross Johnson is just a big ass giant of a man, and just with Trevor Zegras' personality, it'd just be hilarious just to see a big man just act like Z,
squawking like a bird.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of like the most obnoxious player and like the most reserved player, and I would say either Zegras with like McKinnon or Zegras and Tavares.
Oh, I thought we were just doing just Ducks.
Up to whatever.
Oh.
But I could just imagine like making some of these like, super quiet guys just all talkative all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Or Connor McDavid and Trevor Zegras. If Connor McDavid had Trevor Zegras' personality, I think Connor McDavid would be one of the most marketable players in the world in any sport.
Yeah. Probably. God, I can't think of a good one.
Well, think of one, damn
it. Zap R2K says Troy with the beard of Radko Gudas.
Oh, Radko and I'll do Radko swapping with Rasmus Dahlin. Gudis and Dahlin.
That's interesting. I was just thinking this the other day. Crash Pond kind of brought it up. You think Radko Gudis might be the captain?
Yeah, it would be out there, but I mean,
that'd be different for sure. I don't know.
Because like he's, when they do win the 20 times a year, he's been the last guy to like high five the players. And that's
I think that's
what Ryan Getzlaf did.
True.
I think that's just
how it is, but
I just think that's how it is. Like, if we're being real, like being on such a young team, it's probably he's
he is a leader. I mean,
yeah,
he's not the stepdad, but he's the dad that stepped up,
I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but it'd be weird.
Yeah. I think you still give it to 19, but it was a thought I had the other day after Crash the Pond.
I definitely don't think it'd be a bad. I don't think it'd be a bad move.
Yeah.
I'm just excited for them to just name a captain already, just so we can move on and
so we don't have to sit every year and be like, can it just be Troy already?
Yeah.
Who didn't a team just recently name a captain?
The Flyers.
Oh yeah. Sean Couturier.
Oh yeah, that's right. Does that happen often? Where like a team just names a captain halfway through the season?
I don't think too often.
I don't think it happens often, but it certainly happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Our next one comes from Mansky on Twitter, and it asks, with baseball spring training starting, do you think a baseball player has a chance at hitting a slap shot as hard as an NHLer? I believe ice is probably a big factor here. I would say no, because the coordination to take a slap shot is very hard. To watch any rookie to 10 league beer league game, and it is quite the sight.
Yeah, I'd also have to say no.
I could see
it's more than
a few
just
baseball players could.
Yeah,
I could see Vlad Jr. just slap shotting the fuck out of a puck.
I'm sure he could put a lot into it, but I mean, to be on the ice and do it, like I feel like if you can't balance well on the ice or you can't skate, I think you're gonna have a hard time getting enough power on it to be anywhere close. Mike Trout.
Yeah, but I also kind of feel like he's just like a natural athlete, so you can probably put him on skates for like an hour and he'll like get it eventually.
Yeah.
There's just some people that you just know if you put them on ice skates, like they're not surviving out there.
Yeah.
I could see Paul Goldschmidt doing it too. I'm just thinking like all the power hitters.
That's a fun question, though.
I mean, if it's just standing, if it's like standing on flat ground, 100%. But if we're like talking, because he mentioned in like the comments, like, you watch some of the hockey players take batting practice, and like some of those guys are hitting home runs and stuff. Like, wonder if you could see like Angels players ripping slap shots. But if it's on the ice, of course, it would be like Rendon going out there and then being in a full body cast after trying to take a slap shot.
Wouldn't even do it.
Oh, there's some content. There's a content idea for the Ducks and Angels when they have Ducks night at the Angels game in whatever that is, September or whatever.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
But if I did have to pick an answer, it would be Vlad Jr. or Paul Goldschmidt. I could just see Vladdy just crushing pucks.
All right. On the topic of baseball still, Jack asked, now that spring training is upon us, what is the best ballpark food you've ever had?
Garlic fries. Gilroy garlic fries easily.
The garlic fries are good. I'd say anything from Petco. I feel like I've said that a couple times.
I still haven't been to a
Petco just has like just food everywhere. I think the one time I went, it was like, I don't know if it was like brisket fries or what, but whatever it was, it gave me very bad heartburn, but it was incredible.
I've heard they had like a really good beer selection there too.
Yeah. I mean, it's in such a nice spot too. Like Petco's in such an underrated area.
Yeah. I've been to the stadium, haven't been to a game yet. I went into their team store and it just looks like a surf shop. I kind of like it. It's got surfy vibes.
Does Chase Field have good food?
It's okay. I know you're not a big like sausage dude, but they do have good sausage there that I
Not
enjoy.
a sausage guy.
They have what is it? America's Taco Stand or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I've heard
Taco
it.
Shop.
Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
That's decent. It's all right. I like getting that.
You know what
That's about
team
it.
just wants to kill everybody with their food? The Rangers.
Rangers,
The
yeah.
boomstick.
They're
and
always
the
coming up with some
stick.
weird shit, dude.
It's always interesting to see like this time of year too when they start revealing their new food options for the new season, and it's just like how the
It's always
hell do
weird.
you?
Like just teams like do weird shit like
the
glazed
Mariners.
donuts and nachos and just
The
weird.
Mariners did like fried grasshopper or like fried insect or something.
Oh God.
They were selling. They're like, oh, but it's protein packed. Like, I'm not going to a baseball game for a good,
Yeah.
healthy meal. Like,
Yeah,
Get
I'm
a
here
get
to
like
drink, 5 beers and
watch
down a couple hot dogs and
Yeah.
regret my life when I get home.
get like
But
a chili dog with some hot Cheetos on there.
I know
They
a
always got
chicken
some crazy
sandwich
stuff.
with donuts as the buns. I know that's popular.
Yeah.
That just
Not sure. Not sure
that
about
just
that.
sounds not great.
I mean,
Like-
that's like the D-backs with the churro dog where the bun is 2 donuts.
I don't like hot
And then
dogs,
you-
but I've heard Dodger dogs are just overrated.
it's just a Farmer John hot dog.
I don't mind a good ballpark hot dog. Pretty good.
I mean,
Angel Stadium's
if
food's
the
pretty
Angels have
good.
done one thing right, it's like the mobile ordering that you can do
Yeah.
is pretty good because like you can see like all the concessions
Hmm.
around like where you're sitting, and you
Uh-huh.
can even order from like other parts of the stadium and just go
Yeah.
and watch.
Ryan said no, they were great until, in all caps, they stopped using Farmer John's.
Mm.
I was gonna make a comment, but I
Yeah.
I couldn't really think of something off the cuff.
I like
I'll be better next time.
I like that Angel Stadium has Jersey Mike's. That's pretty cool.
Ooh, I do.
Yeah,
like
but
Jersey
it's kind of
Mike's.
like I don't know. Jersey Mike's doesn't feel like
Yeah,
baseball food.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
gotta like sit and like have it on your lap so you're not just getting like lettuce and shit all over you.
Yeah.
And as Jersey Mike's as a
Uh-huh.
whole, I feel like has gone downhill a bit in the last year or so.
I haven't had it in so long.
And
Get it
you're not
every
missing
now and
much.
again.
You're
There's
not
one by
missing
my
much.
work.
Ryan said now it's some rando ass place and they suck. Tastes like vegetarian salt lick.
All right. Well,
Mm.
speaking of Mr.
The
Mouse, we'll get to his squeak of the week and
Get the
wrap
heck outta
things up here.
We're almost at
So
2 hours. How the hell did that happen?
we always go on little tangents. We're like, okay, we're gonna keep ourselves here, and then never
That
do
just
that.
never happens.
He says there are many interesting people that would give great advice if you choose to have dinner with them. El Raton is not one of those people. Who on the Ducks or Kings would you least want to have a dinner with?
For the Ducks, I love Zegras, but I feel like you would have to be mentally prepared to have dinner with him because I feel like he just talks so much.
I also
So I
feel
would
like
have
you
to-
have to clarify a little and like, are they doing the cooking or are you going somewhere with them? Because if it
Yeah.
was their cooking, I do not trust any of the kids. I
True.
would not want to eat dinner with any of the rookies as much as I think I would connect with them more than like a veteran guy. But
Yeah.
if it's
With the
just like, oh, you're
Kings-
going out, if you're going to eat dinner in the supply closet at Lazy Dog, like,
Oh, you
Yeah.
gotta go there, huh?
Oh,
By the
Christ.
way, I did it again the other night.
I feel
How
like you do it every week. You
I
tell
don't
us.
understand.
I'm dyslexic and I just get confused which door to go out of.
I would say Zegras.
It's a
depending on
weekly
the
thing
day.
now. The weekly thing.
Zegras, depending on the day, and then the Kings, I'd say Drew Doughty. But like, I just don't like Drew Doughty. But like Zegras, I feel like having dinner with him or like going to dinner with him, it resembles me going to Dutch Brothers to get coffee. I have to be mentally prepared because these people want to know your entire life story in like 3 minutes while they're getting your coffee. And sometimes I don't feel like talking.
I hate
it's
people.
like,
I
dude,
hate places like that.
yeah, and it's like, so what are you guys up
Just-
to? So what'd you do yesterday? What are you having for dinner? You doing anything
What's
this
your
weekend? Like,
what's
where
your
were you
social
born?
security number?
Yeah. It's like, damn. Like,
Can you talk into
sometimes
this
I just
microphone here?
What's what's the last 3 numbers on the back of your credit card?
yeah, it's just so much, and I just feel like that would be dinner with with Trevor Zegras.
It
Just
is
like, hold
funny.
on, man.
It is funny that you say that because I remember when we went out there, like
Mhm.
I think it was the second day we were in Arizona. Like I had gotten sunburnt somehow in between, like being in the rink and us going to dinner,
Yeah.
and the girl asked about my sunburn. It's just like, yeah, we're not from around here. So, oh, where do you guys live? I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. Just give me my coffee.
Please give me my coffee. I want to go home.
I'm sore because I'm playing in a tournament I shouldn't be in. I'm sunburnt.
That was really hot too when you were out here, man. That was crazy.
I remember the day we left. Like we walked outside and it's like 8:30 in the morning and I can feel my arms singeing. I was like, fuck, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Oh boy.
It's after the Fuzzies disaster. We don't have to talk about
Yep.
that, but
Fuzzies needs its redemption story.
it does, but good luck getting us to go back out.
Yeah.
What was this question? Wouldn't it or would?
Wouldn't.
I feel like
Wouldn't?
we said who we wouldn't.
Um,
Oh, was it would?
I'm gonna pull the
I
screenshot
can't.
back.
I can't find it. Did he delete it?
No, it was on yesterday's question tweet.
Oh, okay.
Who would you least want to have dinner with?
Okay, yeah. So
King's probably Drew Doughty. Just no, thank you.
I feel like he smells.
The
He'd
Ducks.
ruin the whole mood.
Yeah, he just looks like he scrounges around in dumpsters once a
And I feel like
twice
he
a
just
week.
chews with his mouth open, like a
Yeah.
farm animal. I can't
Like
deal
a
with
farm.
that.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see him having a raccoon appetite. I mean, I guess we could throw Fiala in there because his wife said he doesn't listen. So
That's true.
For the Ducks,
I stick with Zegras. Zegras or any of the kids.
I'm gonna
I
go
feel
Max
like
Jones.
if it comes to like hanging out, I'm not
I'm gonna go
gonna
Max
understand
Jones.
their lingo.
Yeah.
And if they're the ones cooking, then we're fucked.
Feel like
No, I'm gonna go Isaac Lundestrom. I just feel like that would be kind of boring.
But
But
like, oh,
if it's a player I would want to go, I feel like Radko Gudas would just be fun.
yeah, Gudis.
Eat like a
Ratko
40-ounce steak with him.
I feel like Henrik would be interesting.
I just feel like you
40
could
ounce
just
steak.
have a few beers with Radko and just shoot the shit, and him or Adam Henrique, like
Feel like
the, like the older
Trevor's,
players.
oh, Trevor's cooking dinner. Oh, now he's doing a TikTok dance. I don't.
He's wittily hitting the gwitty right now.
Like the players that are closer to my age, I just feel like would just be
Yeah.
a fun time. Anyone younger than 22 years old, no, thank you. Just
All
I'll
right,
pass.
kids. That's episode 77 for you.
This has
Kids.
been math with Lap.
Math
Not
with
do
lap.
basic math like 10% off of $45. But hey, you know
Nope.
what?
What can
We're
you
not the
do?
math pod. We're not the
Nope.
we're not the fancy stat
We are
pod.
the Vibes Pod.
We are the Picture Book Podcast. Pictures
Picture
only,
book.
please.
What the hell is a
Pictures
picture
only, no
book?
words.
What the hell is a picture book?
Lewis.
Like the books you show like 3-year-olds.
Yeah, no words, just pictures.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Never heard of that, but all right.
Anyway. that's it from us. Episode 77. Make sure you're following us everywhere at Late Arrivals Pod on all socials. Check out our link tree in our link tree in bio.
God damn, every
out.
time I see that on Twitter now, it just gets me.
Check us out everywhere. If you want to buy us a cup of coffee, definitely appreciate that. Yeah, wherever you're listening, leave us a rating, 5 stars. If you're watching anywhere, make sure you're following or you're subscribed. You like the video if you're able. And yeah, support us everywhere. We'll
Promo
see
code
you
LAP
next
for
week.
714.
Yeah.
LAP 10
Lap
for
10
whatchamacallit.
for shifthockey.com.
Yep.
We will
Thank
have
you.
to figure out when we're recording next week because the trade deadline is Friday.
Oh.
I don't know if you want to do it.
Do we have a game on Friday? Because if we have a
We
game
do.
on Friday,
We play Dallas.
So I don't know if you want to wait until deadline is over, like maybe do another Saturday night, or if you want to just do one before and then we can cover the deadline the following week. It's not really a rush. So
We'll see. We usually
we'll figure it out.
We just wing it. We vibe it.
Saturday stream would be fun though.
Yeah. So we'll figure that out at a later time. But yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week sometime. Bye.
Bye
This
bye.
episode's gonna come out and a trade's gonna happen tomorrow, just so you know.
Right.
Yep.
100%.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Link tree in bio.